Hey, hi, welcome to another session of exploring data sets using AskPrisma. Today we have a very interesting data set. This is data set from Walmart. It is extremely granular, there's a lot of features, and it has close to data from 40 different stores. Let's see if we can get AskPrisma to explore this data set deeply. Can you please help me figure out factors that lead to increase in sales, which stores are outperforming? If can you also try to predict forecast sales for upcoming few weeks for from top stores? So we just add a qualifier here. Let's hit Ask Prisma now. Like every session, AskPrisma will create a isolated Docker container, upload these data sets securely in the Docker container, and then start exploring data. So this happens for every single session so that the data is kept securely within the Docker container. And like every data scientist or data team, when it starts looking at the data, it will first try and explore the files that have been uploaded. Just look at the cardinalities, columns that are available, what kind of data it contains. And then the job of the planner is to behave like a domain expert, understand the goal, and then be able to come up with a plan which helps us achieve this goal. So let's see what kind of plan we'll come up with. This is also interesting. I think as and when there is some kind of a failure or code that breaks, Ask Prisma and the planner agent is capable enough to actually recover from that situation and address it as well. And then the planner typically works with the coding assistant agent, which who writes Python code, and the executor agent, which executes this Python code. The planner constantly keeps looking at the execution results to be able to come up with insights. So it's figured out, okay, this data is from 45 different stores, 81 departments, 143 consecutive weeks, so it's extremely large time period. For now, we'll just say yes, please go ahead. Although we'll look at the plan. So it's typically wanting to do some kind of data preparation, which makes sense. Then it'll do something what is called feature engineering, essentially figure out what factors are largely affecting sales, and then it'll do some kind of a driver analysis of factors that are driving these sales, and then figure out top stores, do basic Sarima analysis on those top 5 stores. Nice. So it's already started working with the data sets. It's created some intermediate files. Well, it so largely as and when it stumbles upon a possibility where it needs user input, it'll just ask for it. And then here is where all the intermediate data gets artifacts get generated. So you can keep a watch here as well. It started working on the tasks, largely creating some kind of aggregated summaries. It's trying to work on creating some kind of factors that are driving sales. These are sales drivers. Why sales drivers? Like it's mentioned here, we'll try and probably try two different models here. The interesting part is the planner almost drives the entire process. The goal of the planner is largely to ensure that everything is on track and be able to continuously extract insights from the data. Then it keeps on synthesizing insights from the analysis as well. Started generating additional artifacts. The size seems like size of the store. We can just look at the prismatic breakdown or performing explaining the sales variance, RMS versus okay. Shows size of the store as a predominant driver, 79% unemployment and CPI also significant linear model coefficients correlate that store type, holiday weeks and fuel prices positively impact sales but capture less overall variance. Kind of makes sense. Now it's gone ahead with the next set of tasks around trying to forecast some kind of sales. These are top stores by average sales weeks. Okay, Excel forecast next 6 weeks for the top 5 stores is in Sarima. If you've not noticed yet, each insight is actually driven through a Python agent which is writing the code, a executor agent which is executing that Python code, and then generating artifacts. So you have next six store to okay. Can you share a slide deck? So also added a bit of confidence levels. Another very interesting thing to keep in mind, this might look like a crazy number, but the models looked at last 147 weeks of data, which is close to 3 years of data, and there is a certain trend that it's automatically captured, which is around holidays. So this is around Black Friday, Christmas, and that's why it might look a little outlandish, but it's looking at all the trends over the last 3 years. Let's look at the slide deck. So this is like a complete analysis. Store size is by far the dominant driver. Still market influence, weekly promotions and holidays. This is by store performance, top 10 stores by sales weeks, store 20 sales, store 4 sales, store number 14 sales, and store number 13, store number 2. Interesting. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you want to explore your data sets, please feel free to use AskPrisma.ai. Awesome. Have a good day.